Hello and welcome everyone. This is Stacy Kellums and I want to welcome you to another one of my super awesome, amazing weekly training sessions. Of course, I'm going to say that about my own training sessions. And thank you so much for being here and taking time out of your busy schedule today, because I have got a fantastic training session lined up for you today. Today I have on the line with me Lindsay Jean, and you probably haven't heard a whole lot about her because she has just released her product. Well, she released it not too long ago, about a year or so ago, and it is absolutely fantastic. And as you know, I like to always put the freshest, most current information about how to make money in real estate in front of you, and that's exactly what I'm doing this week. So get your pen and paper ready, get all the distractions out of your life for the next probably 60, 70 minutes or so, because you are going to learn a lot about how to make massive money, and Lindsay Jean is going to show you exactly how she does it step by step out in California of all places. And if you know anything about the real estate market, if she can make money in California, you can do this anywhere. Now let me tell you a little bit about Lindsay Jean. She, coincidentally enough, we just spoke for a few minutes. She lived here in Austin, Texas a while back, about a decade or so ago. We actually lived here at the same time, but we didn't know each other. And then she moved out to California in 2004, and she became a licensed real estate agent. And she didn't have any real estate experience up to that point. In 2004, she started, like I said, she started as a licensed real estate agent, and she started kicking butt as an agent. And all the other agents, she was doing so well, all the other agents were coming to her, asking her, "What are you doing?" And of course, she didn't want to tell them what it was that she was doing. But she was doing phenomenally well. However, that was the height of the market. You know, as we would find out later in '08 and '09, everything would go boom. But Lindsay realized in about '08, '09 that she was literally doing everything for her real estate investors. She was finding the deals, she was putting the offers in, she was getting the offers accepted for these people, she was managing the rehabs, and then she was watching her investor that she was doing all the work for walk away with a bigger check than she was at the end of the deal. And she finally said, "Enough is enough. I'm doing all the work here, and I'm getting the smallest piece of the pie. I'm going to become the investor." And in 2009, when basically everybody was running for the hills, she decided to go full-time as a real estate investor. And I love that, because you're going to be learning tonight from somebody who hasn't been who's not going to be teaching you strategies that worked during the real estate boom. She learned how to be a real estate investor, a full-time real estate investor, as well as a single mom. In the bust, she didn't even get started until everything had already popped. And I love that about her story, because she's going to be telling you exactly what's working right now today in today's market. Some other quick little factoids about her. As I said, she's a single mom. She's raising a beautiful 7-year-old daughter all by herself, and she is literally living the real estate lifestyle. She has the time to spend with her daughter. She has the money to travel with her daughter and to literally work when she wants to work and play when she wants to play. Another fun factoid about Lindsay is that she used to be, and I guess still is in some respects, but she used to be a full-time horse trainer. And she told me a story about how she actually flipped an Arabian horse for $65,000. She paid $1,500 for an Arabian horse, and she sold it for $65,000. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have the opportunity to learn from somebody who not only knows how to flip houses for massive money, but also knows how to flip horses for massive money, then you need to break out your pen and paper right now, because this woman knows how to flip things for fast cash, all right? So again, if you're just now joining us, I've got Lindsay Jean on the line. She's going to show you how to make massive cash flipping houses. Maybe I might even twist her arm and get her to tell you the story of how she sold a horse for a $63,500 profit. She can flip houses. She can flip horses. If she can make money on it, she will. It sounds like so. I can't wait to hear everything that she has to teach us today. So Without any further ado, Lindsay, welcome to the call today. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you so much, Stacy, for having me. I'm really excited to train and teach your students some of my secrets. Like you said, most of them have probably never heard about me because I'm not a speaker that's on the national circuit traveling around. I'm actually a real estate investor really doing deals. And not many people know the secrets that I'm going to share with your students. And like you said, you brought up how I flipped horses. The one thing I do know how to do, I know how to make money. And, when I got into real estate and I decided to go full-time as an investor, it wasn't because I had a ton of money. It was because I didn't have any money, and I had to start making money. And
Yeah.
I had to do it differently than everybody else because I needed to start making money, and I had nothing to start with. So a lot of the secrets are going to help your students regardless of where they're at or what their experience level is. If they're already super successful in real estate, I'm going to share stuff with them they've never heard, and they're going to be able to double or triple their portfolio. And if they're brand new in real estate or don't have any money, I'm going to show them how they can also get started right now and start making money within the next month. So thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, and again, thank you for joining us, and I can't wait to hear what you've got in store for us. And I also want to, you said something when we were talking right before we started recording. You told me that you like to call what you do reverse wholesaling because you looked at it and you said, well, if everyone's doing it this way, I think it would work better if we reverse the process, and you kind of turned it on its head, and that is, I love that. I love it when someone looks at something and says, you know what, why have we always done it that way just because everyone's always done it that way? What if we flipped it on its head? How would it work better? And when we're in a market environment that's been flipped on its head like we are right now, that's the exact kind of thinking that I want to put in front of my people, so that's why I've got you here today. So I am going to stop talking now, and I'm going to let you take it away, Lindsay. I know you've got a lot to share with us, so I'm going to go ahead and mute myself and let you take it away.
Great, thank you, Stacy. I like to call what I do single mom secrets to fast cash finding deals. And today, in our time, you're going to discover how to cash at least one fat check in the next 30 days or even less, how to get deals chasing you, not you chasing deals, get cash buyers fighting to give you their money for those deals. I have too many cash buyers, and I do have them fight for deals once in a while. I'm going to tell you those exact stories and how to do it all on autopilot, part-time from home, just like I do. Now there's going to be 5 quick and easy steps, so I want to make sure that you guys take really good notes and you're able to get all the information out of this training as possible. So the first step is going to be building your team of bird dog agents. Now these are agents, the best agents out there, the best agents in your market, how to find them and how to get them recruited and working for you to bring you deals. How to analyze the deals that they find for you. And I'm not talking a long analysis because I don't really want to work that hard and I'm not a big numbers person. So how to do it quickly, like in 60 seconds or less. How to submit yes offers. Now, these are offers that when you're competing in a very investor market, if there's 20 offers, 30 offers, you get your offer accepted. It's about how you position your offer, how you write it up the right way so that they'll take your offer over others, even for less money, how you decide which cash buyer gets the deal. So many other investors out there will try and get a property and then they try and sell it to somebody. That's not how we do it. What we're going to do is we're going to get cash buyers, understand exactly what it is that they want, and then have the agents go out and find it for us so that we always have cash buyers lined up. We're never, ever sitting on inventory. But you're going to have to decide exactly which cash buyer gets that deal. And then how you can assign that contract for quick cash. So let me ask, Have any of you been on a webinar or gone to a seminar before? Here's what I found. People want the results, but they don't want to do the work. What if I was able to get you the gym body, the curvy figure, and you didn't have to go to the gym? You didn't have to eat healthy. You just took a little pill and all the answers, all the success your body needed was right within that little pill. Well, that's essentially what I've done in real estate. I've been in real estate for 8 years now. I was a licensed agent and broker, and over the last 3 years, just solely been an investor. And I figured out exactly what works. But more importantly, I figured out exactly what does not work. And I'm here today sharing with you my system so that you too can create the results that I have. But first, you must program your mind for success. Eliminate any negativity. No excuses. You need to stop complaining and start acting, and take command and action in your destiny now. You need to act smarter, not harder, and use a proven system. So, I have this amazing life now, but it wasn't always that way. When I was 5 years old, I was diagnosed with ADHD. And I know some of you out there are saying, well, I was too. My challenge was my parents didn't understand how to handle me and how to handle it. And I started seeing a therapist at that age, at 5 years old, and they started putting me on heavy doses of medication. And because of that, it dramatically changed my personality. I was almost a zombie. That was actually the term used by one of my teachers. And I lost a lot of my friends, pretty much all my friends. And throughout my school years, they put me on medication and took me off, and put me on and took me off. So I had great influxes of friends and not having friends, and friends and not having friends due to this. I was also always told that I was a loser and would never amount to anything. And my parents had a difficult time dealing with me. And, I really grew up thinking that I would never amount to anything. I believe that your parents are the two people that should love and support you no matter, and believe in you. And mine didn't. And so I grew up thinking that I was a loser and I'd never amount to anything. And when I was 16, my parents said they couldn't handle me anymore and essentially sent me to boarding school. And I wasn't a bad kid. I wasn't getting into trouble or anything. I was just a little active because the reality is I was very smart, so I got bored easily. But to get me to boarding school at 16 years old, they hired police, off-duty police officers, and they took me there in handcuffs. And it was embarrassing because I had to go through an airport like a criminal, and it really affected my self-esteem and some of the things I thought about myself. And I got back from boarding school and I was 17, and almost right after I turned 18, I got married, and that actually ended in divorce too. So for the beginning half of my life, one thing after another, I was a failure. But I got into training horses. That was one thing I was actually very good at, and I really enjoyed it. I loved training horses. The challenge was I was traveling all over the country. I was working my butt off. Some weeks I was working up to 90 hours a week, and I'm not sure if there's anybody out there that can relate, but I hated my life. I hated working so hard. And a lot of my clients that had a lot of money that really seemed to be happy were in real estate. And I decided I wanted to get into real estate too. And so I got my license and I became a realtor. And, I thought, well, if I'm going to be a realtor, I might as well be a realtor for rich people because I'm going to make more money working for rich people than poor people. And, I'm down in Southern California and was actually able to help out a few celebrities. You guys heard of this movie, The Wedding Crashers? What about this show? So back in 2009, 2010, That was right around the time the bubble burst, if any of you recall. And I hadn't sold a real estate deal in 9 months. And let me tell you, I'd been doing a lot of high-end luxury real estate, working with celebrities, and um, I had buyers coming to me wanting to buy properties, but for one reason or another, the banks wouldn't finance them. And this client came to me. He was on the show Hannah Montana. In the movie, he was one of the main characters, and he had, you know, an 800 plus FICO score. He had a chunk of money in the bank. He had 2 years left on his Hannah Montana contract, and I thought, thank God, I'm finally going to close the deal. And well, we found a house for him, and we went to the bank to get the financing for it, and the bank came back and said they wanted 50% down. Let me tell you, people don't put 50% down on a multi-million-dollar property. And it was my wake-up call. I realized I needed to follow the market, and the market was no longer doing these high-end, super, super big houses, super expensive houses. The market was with investors. So I started representing investors, and I became the go-to person. If you wanted to make money in real estate, you came to Lindsay. I knew how to find the deals. I knew how to determine which one you held, which one you flipped, exactly how much money to put in it, how to analyze it. I even co-owned a construction company. We managed the rehab and then put it back on the market and sold it for the investor. But here's what happened at the end of the day. When the checks would come in, the investor was making all the money, and I was making a tiny little bit. It was good I was making some money, right? Better than going 9 months with no money. But I was doing all the work, and my investors were making money. And then again, I had an epiphany one day and said, I'm not doing this anymore. But I have all the information. So I'm going to teach agents to do what I do. And I'm going to take these investors, these multimillionaires, and get them connected. And I'm going to decide how much money I make on each deal. And that's what I'm doing now. And that's what I'm sharing with you today. And people now call me the Cash Cow Queen. And it's essentially my own ADD-proof system. So me and my small army of bird dog agents have done over 200 transactions to date. We're doing 5 to 10 deals every single month, and every deal is generating between $2,000 and $30,000 a deal. Now, I always have at least 30 deals in the pipeline. I'm sure some of you can relate if you've ever gone without money for a little period of time and you're not sure when it's going to come in. It's extremely stressful. And after that dry spell, I said that's never going to happen again. So I've always got a number of deals in the pipeline so that if one deal falls out or doesn't work out, I'm not stressed. It's fine. I know that I have at least 30 other deals that are coming in that are going to generate income for me. I have no office. I have no employees, and I'm a stay-at-homes mom. And I say homes because there's a couple homes that I have. I'm on vacation all the time, and I'm living my life, doing what I want to do now, and you guys should be doing the same thing. So, my life now is with my daughter. We play, we have fun. When I say I'm a single mom, my husband and I got divorced, and I have 100% custody of her. So for those of you that are out there saying, I don't have enough time, you do have enough time. It's about how to manage your time and run it the right way. You don't need a lot of time to make a lot of money in real estate when you're using the system the right way. So that was us in Yosemite a couple years ago. There she is again. That's our place up in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. For those of you who know about it, it's one of the most expensive zip codes in the country. It is absolutely amazing. I love spending time up there. That place is my place right outside Yosemite. As you can see, it's pretty much on a private lake, and I don't know how you are, but I know for me, when I'm in a really good place and I'm really happy, good things happen to me. It's like I'm a magnet for it. It just comes. And I find that when I'm on vacation, I end up making more money because good things come to me. My agents are calling me, they're telling me about deals, and they're managing everything. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about that. But my life now is all about my daughter, my friends, my family, really enjoying it, living it to the fullest. So here's a house where I got paid when I was on vacation. Now what I want to share with you is that I haven't seen most of these houses I do. I've never ever ever been to this house. So my agent found this house. It was in the MLS. She wrote up the offer just as I trained her to. They got it accepted for $65,000. I assigned it to a cash buyer for $70,000. So I made $5,000 on it. I was on vacation. So my question to you is, if you're not doing much of the work, the agent's going out, finding the deal, securing the deal, managing the entire process for you, you're literally like the matchmaker, like the millionaire matchmaker, right? Like you're taking the millionaire and you're like, okay, here's the deal. If they like the deal, you're like, great, here's my agent, talk to them. And they do it all together and you make $5,000 from making that connection. That's a good day at the office, right? So how fast is quick cash? It's like taking money from a baby, guys. This is really simple.
How you doing? My name's Cornell Matthews. Bought the system, opened it up, immediately started going through everything. Took a few months for everything to get rolling because, you know, you're waiting on a couple short sales and things to happen. I did everything as I'm supposed to do, exactly as the system says. And December, I had my biggest month in real estate ever. On December 9th, I closed the deal when I made $10,000 on December 9th. Exactly 2 weeks later, I closed out on another deal and I made $11,000. December, I made $21,000 while most people are relaxing, chilling, not really doing anything. They're taking a month off. I'm out here following the system, doing deals with cash buyers here in Cleveland, Ohio, which is by far the hardest place to do real estate. So if you can do real estate in Cleveland, Ohio, you can do real estate anywhere. The system works. I brought a great product to a cash buyer, so now he's actually waiting on me to bring him more properties. I've been referred to other cash buyers now because I brought such a great product to the table. I got a lot of product lined up for a lot of buyers, so the system is designed to keep a steady stream of income coming in. So having a 5-figure month is an easy thing to do with this system for those of you who've never experienced what it is to make 5 figures in a month. So if you want to do deals today, get paid today, make cash right here, right now in this market with cash buyers, then you need to pick up the system.
So he said this stuff works. His first deal was in less than 30 days. Remember, I told you guys that you guys can get a check in the next 30 days or less. His first deal was in less than 30 days and it was for $10,000. I'm going to tell you right now, $10,000 is my sweet spot. That's what I go for every single time. So let me ask you this right now. You saw that he could do it. I promise. If I can do it, if he can do it, you can do it. But let me ask you this. If my system only generates one check for you of $10,000 a month, what is that worth? What would that investment be worth to you? One check a month for 10 grand. Well, I'm not finished. Because then he did a second deal 2 weeks later and he got $11,000. So he did $21,000. He's in Cleveland, Ohio. He said it's not the best market. He said it was extremely easy. He had no money, no experience, and absolutely zero credit. And I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute about how you can do this without needing any of those things. So how many of you would like to receive this exact system walking you through each step? Okay. We talk about 30 days or less, finding deals or getting checks. What about in an hour? Yes, you guys, this is really fast. This is like your own personal bank account, right? Your ATM. Like, you know what? I want to go on vacation this weekend. I need $5,000 to go on vacation. What do? You go and do a deal. They're so easy. Okay, so this is 252 Temple Street. My yes offer secured this property after a cash buyer had his higher offer rejected. Remember I said it's how you present your offer? This is in Southern California in an extremely investor frenzied neighborhood. I mean, some of these houses have up to 50 offers on them by investors. They're all cash and they're all around the same price point. How do you stand out and get your offer accepted? And like you see, I got mine accepted for less money. Now, I'd also like to share with you, I've never seen this property. My agent found this property on the MLS, secured the property after they went through all my training information. I have an agent training guide that trains them how to decipher which properties to go after, which ones to leave alone, and how to write up the offer to get it accepted. So she got this property secured for $62,000. I assigned it to my cash buyer for $65,000. So I made $3,000 on it. But let me ask you, $3,000 for an hour's worth of work. Is that a good day at the office? Yes, it's a great day. And what happened was when I called my cash buyer, told him the specs and the details on the property. He goes, "How the heck do you do that, Lindsay? Like, what are you talking about?" And he goes, "I offered the bank $70,000 on that property. And if you're offering it to me for $65,000, I know you have it for less." I said, "That's what I do." And here's the thing, it creates a win-win situation for everybody. I was able to get my cash buyer a property his agent couldn't get for him. I was able to save him $5,000. My agent was happy because she made her commission. The selling agent was happy. The bank was happy because we closed escrow quickly, easily, on time. It was a win-win situation for everybody. The system works. 1 hour, $3,000. That is a good day at the office. What would you do with something like that? Would you take the rest of the day off, perhaps? So here's a secret formula, you guys. Are you writing this down? You find the cash buyers, and then you find the houses they want. It's really simple. Here's the thing, so many investors make it so complicated. They try really hard to find deals. They try and go around the MLS and around agents, and they try and do it through the back door, and then they try and find somebody to sell it to. Let me tell you, that is too much work. Too much work. It's too hard. You get stuck with properties. The best thing to do is you find the cash buyers. You say, "Hey, what is it that you want?" They tell you exactly what they want. Then you take that order, you literally hand it off to an agent and say, "Please go get this for me." And the agent comes back with it, with deals that you already have cash buyers willing to buy. You're never stuck on a property. So don't let anybody tell you that the economy is bad and nobody has cash. It is just not true. 30% of all real estate being bought in the United States right now is being bought with all cash. If you're not working with these cash buyers, you're missing out. So I send out a letter to cash buyers. And when I say send out a letter, this is a letter I personally wrote and has worked for me for years and years and years. It has about a 20% response rate, which is huge for direct mail. But I just don't send it to cash buyers. I send it to multi-millionaires that I see. I have a system that I see have been spending millions of dollars in all cash and real estate this year in this market right now. And I send those people a letter. And this is the kind of response I get from them.
Yeah, hi, Lindsay. My name is David Stebbins. You sent me a little flyer, and yes, I do buy properties. My biggest problem these days is I have too much cash.
Did you hear that? Too much cash. This is a consistent problem right now. Here's the thing. All really wealthy people have one thing in common. besides the fact that they take action when they see opportunity, they all invest and make money in real estate. And right now they need your help. So I ended up talking to David. I got his exact criteria. He buys in this city called Paris, and literally handed it off to an agent to go and find deals. And about a week after that first voicemail, he called me back to follow up, and this was his next voice message.
Lindsay and David Stebbins calling. I thought I'd just check in with you, pester you, and see what you had for me in Paris, if you found anything yet. Just checking in. No need to return the call if you don't have anything. I just got $100,000 burning a hole in my pocket. I'd like to buy a house.
Yeah, $100,000 burning a hole in his pocket. Is this amazing? This is like a type of cash buyer person you want to work with. As soon as you put his specs, his type of property in front of him, the deal is done. He can close real estate deals in 5 days, you guys. So here's the thing, cash buyers are absolutely everywhere. I was on vacation past Christmas in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, spending time with my family. A cash buyer called me. 2 phone calls later, I had this property sold. Again, this is a property my agent found on the MLS. She knew it was a deal that she needed to go after. She wrote up the offer the right way, got her offer accepted, again, for less money than what some of the other investors had offered. This was the week of Christmas. I was on vacation, and the cash buyer paid me $2,500 to assign it to him. The agent managed the entire process, the paperwork, the escrow. All I did was get them connected when the numbers worked out for both parties. That's a good week on vacation, right? Here's a check, $10,527, $18,065, $12,952. So here's the first step of your 5 steps of building your team of bird dog agents. Now, at most, this should only take 3 days. It's extremely easy, but you gotta find the right agents. You know, only maybe 5% of all the agents out there are going to be the right ones. So you might have to make 10 or 15 phone calls that'll last 5 to 10 minutes to weed out the wrong agents. You're going to have to ask specific questions, but I help you. I tell you exactly what to look for. When you ask this question, they're going to answer this way. This is a wrong answer, this is a right answer, and you're going to be able to weed through the agents that'll go to work finding you deals. I recommend then giving them, when you find the right agents, giving them my Hot Deals Handbook. This is the book that I use to train all of my agents, and it's literally me training the agents for you. It tells them how to find deals in the MLS, how to find probate deals, how to find code violation deals, how to find deals at the auction. Every different way how to find a deal teaches them how to do it and how to do it for you, how to write up the offers the right way to get them accepted. And then you watch the deals come flooding in. Here's the thing, you should be living your life, and you shouldn't be working that hard. And these agents, they're experts, they're professionals, this is their job. So let them do their job, let them make their money and get their commission so that you can live your life. So this is an agent that was working for me. When I first recruited her, she said she was a little hesitant at first because she didn't know anybody else doing deals this way. Within a week, the bank accepted our offer. Upon receiving the bank's acceptance, we opened escrow, and Lindsay already had it reassigned to an end buyer within 48 hours. It was very easy. I didn't have the headaches of driving to dozens of properties, and there weren't appraisals, inspections, or other demanding conditions. The buyer closed quickly with cash, and it was great. So here's the deal. Most agents work with the traditional buyer that wants to go around from house to house to house to house for months until they walk into a house and they go, oh, this feels good, I want this one. That's not how we work. Every house that the numbers work, we buy. And we know that ahead of time before we even go to the house or the agent goes to the house. So when the agent puts in time an effort into a house, there's a very good chance the agent's going to get paid. So that's why I literally have these agents that almost work for me solely, and their entire mission is to go out and find me deals. That's why I call them my army, and that's what I want you to have too. You have, 2, 3, 4, 5 people that are going out on a daily basis from the moment they wake up to go and find you deals, because they're making more money working with you than working with any of their other clients. So the step 2 is analyzing the deals they find for you. Now this is a 60-second analysis. This is to determine whether it's a deal or a dud and exactly how much to offer. Personally, I got sick of getting phone calls from agents saying, "Hey, how much should I offer on this property?" I don't know. You're the real estate professional. You figure it out. I can't really say that, and I had to help them. So I got really smart and I created a deal analyzer so that when I was on vacation and living my life, I didn't have to take those phone calls. And this is why you don't need to have a ton of experience in real estate or in any one market, is because the deal analyzer will tell your agent exactly how much to offer, and your agent's the expert in that local market. So here's what the deal analyzer looks like. And I'm not going to go through all the details right now, but essentially what the agent will do is right here is the ARV, the after repair value. The agent will type in what they believe they can sell the property for after it's repaired. Then the agent's going to go in and put in what they think that the repairs are going to cost. And then they will also put in what the list price is. And the deal analyzer will calculate right here what that percent is. And every market's a little bit different. This market, we were trying to hit 65%. So right off the bat, it says we're at 60%, which tells us we can offer over list price. And we would play with this number until we hit 65%. So I don't care what it's listed for on the market. All I care about is where my profit margins are. And every market's totally different. My Inland Empire market, we're paying about 65%. In San Diego, we're paying about 78 to 80%. In Los Angeles, we're paying 80 to 82%. So every market is completely different. In my system, I walk you through how to figure out what people in your market are paying, because you don't want to go to a market and overpay. And then if you go to another market and you try and underpay, you'll never get a deal. You've really got to understand exactly what's going on in your market. And I've explained it in my system for your agents to figure out very quickly and easily so they can punch in the numbers to hit every time. And then this number will automatically calculate so that you're right on point with this. So it tells you exactly what to offer on each and every single property. The third step is submitting your yes offers. Now this gives me a 95% acceptance rate with a lot of competition out there. And the secret is writing up clean, all cash offers. I'm talking no contingencies, no appraisals, no inspections. Essentially what you're doing, you're not buying these properties. You're assigning them before you close escrow. So you're never buying these properties. All you're doing is securing the property for your cash buyer. You're securing the property. So you're creating the terms and conditions on an agreement that your cash buyer will be okay working within. So most of these cash buyers are buying a lot of properties. They don't need contingencies, they don't need appraisals, they don't need inspections. As if the numbers work, it's the area they want, they will buy the property. Never, ever, ever lowball. I see so many other investors try and save $5,000, $10,000, $2,000 here or there. I would much rather pay $5,000 more and do 5 more deals than, save $5,000 on a deal and only do 1 deal. In the long run, I'm making a lot more money, paying a little bit more and doing a lot more deals, right? So never ever lowball. And what's great is the deal analyzer shows you your highest and best so that you never have to lowball. And what's great about submitting your highest and best is if first of all, you have the best chance of getting it accepted because you're not playing a game. And second of all, if the bank ever comes back and counters and says they want more money, your answer is no, and you just move on to the other 29 properties that you have in the pipeline. It's not a big deal. You don't have the headaches of going, oh gosh, are the numbers too tight? What should we do? No. You've submitted your highest and best. And if some other idiot is out there willing to pay more money, then he can have at it. But you know what your numbers are because the deal analyzer told you exactly what to hit. So this is 7th Street. This is in Southern California. It was listed in the MLS for $70,000. The agent had no idea how to value a property. We ran it through our deal analyzer and we secured it for $85,000. That is a lot more than asking price. I was still able to make $5,000 off of it and assign it to a cash buyer for $90,000. But why would somebody want to pay more than it was listed for in the MLS? It's because the property had a huge equity spread in it. The after repair value on this property was right around $140,000. And the property needed almost no work. You can see that it's a cute little property. It needed some watering on the grass, but as you see, the house is in really good condition. It was actually a burn down from 2 years ago. So it was a brand new house that was only 2 years old. The inside was in really good condition. The paint was excellent and the carpet just needed cleaning. It didn't even need to be redone. So the rehab on this house was about $2,500. And the after repair value is $140,000. So the agent just had no idea how to value this property. Everything in the neighborhood had gone for around $70,000, but they were trashed, dilapidated properties that needed about $35,000 in work, that were 50 years old. They weren't comparable. I got a cash buyer to pick this property up. He actually put a Section 8 tenant in it and cash flows this property amazing.
How you doing? Rich Casio. It was about 70 days when I started talking to you when we did our first deal. We did our first deal in Indiana. No, I take it back. I'm sorry. It was Eggleston we did our first deal. We made $10,000 in that deal. Don't want to be an American idiot. We were scared as all heck. We thought that the client, our buyer, was gonna balk on that, thinking that was too much money. Our next deal we did a couple days later was on Indiana. That we grossed 17.8. Don't want a nation under the new media. And then on Laughlin we grossed 18,000. Hey, can you hear the sound of hysteria? And the situation that you're providing them is outstanding. The thing that they're gonna, after they finish your course, one of the things that they're gonna encounter are people telling them no, it doesn't work. These gurus don't know what they're talking about. And I'm doing this video so they know it does work. The subliminal mind fuck America. I've got 3 more deals closing this month. We've got like 12 more in the hopper that we're negotiating right now. I get America. The point I'm trying to make is, once you get it going, it'll be like a sausage factory. I'm not a part of a redneck agenda. Be able to get up every morning when you want to get up. No more alarm clocks. Have a good day.
So Rich said he's no longer afraid. His first deal, $10,000. That's the sweet spot, right? His second deal was only 3 days later for $17,800. And his third deal was $18,000. So he did $45,000, 3 deals in 3 months. How many of you would like to get this step-by-step system? Let me show you. Okay, so the 4th step. This is one of my favorite things, is deciding which cash buyer gets the deal. You guys are never sitting there waiting on a deal, trying to find somebody for it. You already have multiple people that want the deals that you have. You've got to decide which one gets it. So what you'll end up doing is you have a waiting list of buyers who are calling you. Now, let me tell you, this is a really good thing. This is really nice. These are extremely wealthy, very successful people that need you. They want you. They're calling you. You're their superhero. They're going to be calling you saying, hey, what do you have for me? You know, I really need a deal. What do you got coming up? So when you get a deal, you're going to review the people on that waiting list. You get to decide who you want to work with. You know, you heard that voicemail. You could tell that David was a really nice guy. When him and I talk on the phone, he's really funny. He's great to work with. That's who I work with first. I work with the people I like to work with. And that's who you get to work with too. If you don't like somebody, you don't work with them. You're the boss. You're in control. And what you do is you'll send out a text or an email, depending on what it is that you like to do, and you'll send it out to them, and whoever responds gets the deal. And if you send it out to a handful of people, you will end up creating a little bit of a cash buyer frenzy. So here's a property I did. This was listed in the MLS for 3 months. Now, the sellers they were a little upset that the house had gotten foreclosed upon and had let their animals pretty much defecate all over the house, and it smelled horribly, and essentially nobody even went in the house to look at it because you could smell the stench from the street. So it sat on the MLS for months, and you know, we were able to negotiate a great deal with the agent. We secured it for $52,000. Properties in this neighborhood typically go for about $70,000, but it had been on the MLS for so long, she was able to get us in there for a good price. My profit on it was $18,100. Now, I didn't have anybody calling me and bugging me for a property that week. So I sent out a text blast to a handful of cash buyers that I know buy in that area, and within a couple minutes, I had the first one respond back, yes, I'll take it. And then about 10 minutes after that, I had another guy respond back, yes, I'll take it. And I had to respond back to him, I'm sorry, you're too late. Somebody already took it. And he picks up the phone and calls me and it's like, Lindsay, it's been 10 minutes. I said, yes, I know my properties go quickly. You got to respond quicker than that. That's really good, right? It's conditioning them. When I text them, you respond and you take my deals quickly. But then his conversation turned to, Lindsay, I haven't done a deal in 3 months, and I really need this deal. How about I pay you $5,000 more, and you tell the first guy that you made a mistake that I had actually responded first? And I told him that was completely unethical, and I could never do that. My word has value. I said, what I can do is I can offer the first guy $5,000, to split that $5,000 with him, but I have no idea how badly he needs this deal. And what I called him and, I told him what was going on, and he said, Lindsay, I just got 3 houses in escrow. I really don't need to pick up another one, but when they come to me, I take action. I seize every opportunity. He goes, but I will gladly make $2,500 in the 15 minutes that has occurred since you first sent me that text. So the second investor essentially paid the first investor to walk away. It was a win-win situation. Investor B was thrilled to get the property. Investor A was thrilled to get a couple $1,000s for doing nothing. Both of them love to work with me. They see that I work with honor and integrity and I'm doing the right thing, and it was a win-win for everybody. All the agents were happy. The deal got closed. And this is another deal I did, and I actually had a cash buyer lined up for this before I even had bank approval. So this is another one, is on the MLS. Is actually a code violations deal, and it was listed for $81,900. We secured it for $90,000. Again, the deal analyzer said we should offer more than list price. My profit on it was only $2,700, but I had a cash buyer lined up before I even had approval from the bank. The cash buyer had been calling me, bugging me. I really need a deal. I didn't have anything at the moment, and I said, you know, I'm hearing that the bank's going to come back with this house and these numbers. Is that something you're interested in? He said, yes, let me know. I'll take it. So I knew ahead of time I was going to be making $2,700, and so once again, this is a deal that I only had maybe an hour, a couple hours into, in, you know, picking up the phone, making phone calls, and shooting a few emails back and forth with my agent. You know, I have very little time and effort into this because the agent's managing all of that for me. So when you're working with your cash buyers, it's quality over quantity. You just need a few better buyers. It's not having a huge list, it's working with people that you like. So you need to have integrity and honor and ethics and be enjoyable. So the fifth step is assigning the contract for quick cash. So what you're going to do is you're going to present your deal. Once you get approval from the seller, whether it's a bank-owned property, a short sale, a standard sale, you're going to, when you have approval that it's yours, when they've accepted your offer, you're then going to present your deal to your cash buyer with your spread on it, whether you're making $5,000, $10,000, $20,000 on the deal. And then you present your assignment fee, and you'll literally be stepping aside and collecting the check. So depending on whether a bank's involved, if it's a REO or short sale, or if it's a standard seller, will determine whether you do a straight assignment or if you're going to do what I call transactional trust. And a transactional trust is brand new. In the past, some investors were using land trust or family trust, and to be honest, they're not built to do real estate the way we're doing it, and there's a lot of protection and clauses that are just completely missing from them. So my attorney created just for us what's called a transactional trust, and it's a trust that transfers real estate property and rights in transactions, which is exactly what we're doing. And so you'll write up your offers in the transactional trust, and you'll sell the beneficial rights to that trust, which is the property. And a couple years ago, the banks didn't really like when people were changing their names or doing the assignments. So we've created this transactional trust, and you're able to do that with the banks now. And all of this information is in my complete system. So I want to show you guys another check. I know most of you are wanting checks. So just notice this, my name, right? And $10,000, my little sweet spot. Look at the date. Is this like 2 weeks ago? 2 weeks ago. Here's another one. This is my company. $66,000. That was a good one. Look at the date, 3 days later. So within 3 days, I made $76,000. You guys, this is really easy. You guys can do this. If you only get one check a month, how much is this worth to you? So that you can live your life. The agents are finding you deals. You're now connected with some very wealthy people.
How you doing? My name is Dan DiPasquale. I'm the founder of Atlas Equity Partners in Akron, Ohio. Just wanted to take a minute and say thank you very much. We picked up the course about 7 weeks ago. The first night I got it, I stayed up all night. I watched all the videos. I read the manual. I was able to implement the strategies you taught us the very next day into my business. I trained my entire staff on the tips and strategies, and it's revolutionized the way that my firm does business now. The first week we had the course, we put about 5 properties under contract for wholesale, and which is not abnormal. The thing that wasn't quite so average, though, is we had all those deals sold, closed, and funded in 12 days. We had 5 deals closed, start to finish, in 2 weeks. It's a lot faster than we're used to, but we're getting used to it, and we love it. Already made my money back tenfold. It's been phenomenal. On those 5 deals, our gross was about $23,000. Thank you very, very much for taking the time and basically just opening up your world to us and showing us the tactics that have made you so successful. And to anybody watching this video, if you're on the fence as to pick up the course or not,
You have to take action, make it happen, pick up the course right now. I don't care if you're sitting in Akron with me, if you're in Wisconsin, wherever. If we're in Akron, Ohio, and we can make it happen like LeBron James couldn't, I don't care where you are in the country. I don't care what your real estate niche is. If you can do deals with cash buyers, it's going to increase the amount of business you can do. You're going to make more money. You're going to move properties quicker. Again, thank you so much for everything you've done for us. You've been incredibly responsive since we bought the course. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you very soon. Thanks.
So, I want to go over this one more time with you. You don't need any cash because you're not actually buying the property. Your cash buyer is buying the property. You don't need any credit for that exact same reason. You don't need any office staff because these agents are working for you, but they're working under their broker. You don't have any overhead for that same exact reason. And this works absolutely anywhere. And it's even ADD okay. So I laugh when others say they can't find deals. Well, you don't need to find deals. Others are finding the deals for you. Local experts, real estate agents that are trained in that specific market. They say, oh, I can't get loans, financing is impossible. Exactly, it's why you've got to be working with cash buyers, people that have too much money. It's burning a hole in their pocket. They say it's too hard, it's too complicated. It's because they're trying to figure it out. Don't figure it out. You're going to miss the market if you try and do it on your own. Right now is the time to get in and make money. Use a proven system. I hear others say, I have no money or credit. Well, you don't need money or credit because you're working with cash buyers that are funding all of this for you. They have no time. Well, guess what? I'm 100% custody of my daughter. I am busy running her to school and swimming lessons and horseback riding lessons, and that's what I want to be doing. So you don't need time. And they'll say, buyers are scarce. Well, I have too many buyers. And a few of you are going to have the opportunity to work with some of my cash buyers personally. So even engineers love my system. Engineers are the most analytical, detail-oriented, anal retentive people out there, and they even love it. The cash cow know-how system is brilliant. I've personally profited tens of thousands of dollars from reassignments using the system with all cash buyers. This is a guy in San Diego that happens to co-own a financial company, a law firm. He also is a corporate executive with a huge company that I'm not allowed to mention, but he does this. This is an additional stream of income for him, and he likes the additional cash flow that it brings him because he's completely hands-off. The agents go and find him the deals. But what he likes is that it gets him connected with some extremely wealthy individuals that help fund other projects and ventures that he works on. And that's what successful people do. They take action when they see an opportunity. So the question is, will you be one of my little cash cows? This system is really about creating the lifestyle you want, live where you want, invest where it makes sense. You're able to have the financial freedom, live in the house of your dreams, drive the car you've always dreamed about, spend time with the people that you really care about. So these are some of what my students have talked about when they came to my 3-day training. Thank you, Lindsay Jean, for superior training. You and your associates treated us like royalty. Your speakers are fabulous, and they added their energy and your passion. You're awesome. Cash Cow know-how. We appreciate the pillars you gave us to build our structure. The pedestals you gave us made it so we can go. Something happening. The view is fine. Thanks for the weekend with the Grand Canyon Journey. You rock. 10. This event exceeded my expectations. There was 10 times the value in this event than I expected. Lindsay Jean undersold and over-delivered on this. The event was fun. Oh, the most fun I've ever had in Vegas. She tickled my left brain and my right. I will be back at her next boot camp to speak on how I made 90K in 90 days with the system. This program is amazing. I've never been to a course that gives so much information and teaches you how to apply it. Role playing is really helpful. I look forward to applying the things in my life I learned to make a lot of money. Great things about how Lindsay's seminar. I've been to, hold on. Many great things about Lindsay's seminar, and I've been to a lot. In particular order, she keeps it small with lots of opportunity for questions, genuinely interested and wants to help us where we want to go and succeed. Great other presenters and info. She's doing what she wants and teaches very important, demonstrates it, uses real experiences and deals, has a great playful attitude, techniques. She rocks. Very educational weekend. Lindsay did a great job. I am a different person since Friday. Glad to grow in business and relationships. Thank you, Lindsay. I retired 7 months ago and was content to live on my investments in Social Security until this weekend. Now I know that I can have so much more, which means I can give back so much more. I'm excited. The experience of sharing the space with so many students and teachers was life-changing, and I have not even walked out the door to apply it to my daily life. I'm excited and at a perfect place at the same time. Life is no longer something I'm waiting to live. It's happening right now, and I'm showing up 100%. Lindsay Jean is a fun, exciting speaker and trainer. She brings fantastic speakers and is very generous with all. She has a lot to give. She is fun, fun, fun. Lindsay Jean has given so much value for her client. She's truly awesome, and we all appreciate her dedication to us and our success in business. The action steps and the system she has in place for us is so thorough. I'm ready to start knowing she's behind me, available, and absolutely succeed. Lindsay is great. I've been to so many seminars in the last 25 years. This is the best and most user-friendly and the how to do are given in real detailed steps as opposed to just saying do this and do that. So these were testimonials from people that bought my system and then came to my event, my 3-day event. My next 3-day event is in Los Angeles. It's October 18th, 19th, and 20th. You get to come, 2 tickets. This typically sells for $2,000. Because of your relationship with Stacy, you get to come completely free with my system. Now, Stacy and I want to make sure that you love the system and it's perfect and it's exactly what you want and everything I said it would be. So it's a completely risk-free 30-day money-back guarantee. You get it and go through it. Make sure you like it. Make sure it's as amazing as I said. You don't like it, send it back. But what it does include is it includes the Cash Cow Know-How Training Manual. This is my main manual that walks you through everything I've talked about, step by step. It talks about properties in the MLS. It talks about probate. It talks about properties at auction, REOs, short sales, code violations, expired listings, standard sales, anything that's going on in real estate, how to find them, every single thing. I also have the Cash Cow Know-How video DVD system. These are actually videos that walk you step by step how to go through a property, how to write up a deal, how to go through the MLS, how to, remember I said every market's a little bit different, how to determine what percentages are going on in your local marketplace, how to use that deal analyzer. I have training videos on those so you can watch it or your agents can watch it. I'm training your agents. I have the audio CD system so you get to hear all of this on how to do the system step by step the right way. The quick start guide, you guys, this is so easy. I've broken it down to a quick start guide that you can review. My 7-year-old daughter has even read it. The Easy Profits Library, you guys, this is worth thousands and thousands of dollars. My attorneys created these documents. It's my purchase agreement, my assignment agreement, the letter I send to sellers, the letter I send to buyers, it's frequently asked questions. It's all the documents I've used. I've spent a lot of money creating this. This in itself is completely priceless. The Hot Deals Handbook. This is the book that I literally hand to my agents, and it walks them step by step on how to find the deals in the MLS, how to determine which deals to go after, which deals to leave alone, which deal, how much to write up the deals for, everything your agent will ever need to know. It trains them. The easy deal analyzer. I have this in the system so that you can be on vacation, be with your family, be with your friends, do whatever it is you want to be doing and not have the headaches. Makes your agent's life really easy. So
when you take all of that and you add all of that up, the value is $1 gazillion. No, but seriously, you guys, you're not going to have to go to a bank and get $1 gazillion, even though your return would be very good. Today, because of your relationship with Stacy, your investment is only $795. It is extremely low. It's extremely cheap.
And just to tell you how low, I tried to twist her arm and get her to raise her price a little bit. I'm like, all right, we need to do $9.95 because it's worth every penny of that. It's worth $14.95. It's worth $19.95. But she stuck to her guns, and she wants to help as many people as she absolutely can. And that's admirable. And I said, okay, fine. So $7.95 it is. If you don't see the value in that, then you're probably in the wrong place. But I know that you're not in the wrong place, or you wouldn't have sat here for the last 70 minutes taking in and absorbing all of this amazing information that she shared with you. The free event alone is worth more than $795. I'll tell you one of the bonuses that you talked about, Lindsay, that really jumped out at me is your hot deals handbook for the agent training manual. Are you kidding me? That alone is worth $795. I'm going to whip out my credit card and give you $795 just to train agents, because what I love about your system is that you were an agent, and you still are. You have your license, and you know how they think. And I used to always joke that when I try to work with agents, it's frustrating to work with agents for real estate investors a lot of time, because I used to say that they give agents, and no offense for all those agents who are listening, but they give the real estate agents lobotomies, a real estate agent lobotomy, and then they stop thinking outside the box. And to have that handbook, to be able to just hand it to an agent and say, here, read this and bring me deals, that's priceless. It's worth way more than $795. So if you have not already put your order in, and I can see that a couple have already come in, and I want to welcome those people, get your order in right now. Go to reisecrets.com/offer or call us at 888-298-6345. And I want to welcome Jerry from Springfield and Tom from Oklahoma City, the first two to join your program, Lindsay. So, guys, I know she's anxious to get working with you.
Yay! So welcome.
Yeah.
And Stacy, like you said, not only you, but everybody tells me the price point is too low, Lindsay. You offer so much value. Your students cash checks within 30 days. And, their investment, they get it back instantly, and it's tenfold. And, for me, I just want people to be successful. I've been in that slump where I'm not making the kind of money, not living the kind of lifestyle I wanted to live, and I want to be able to help everybody. And, with that, I also want to offer this to the first 10. I know you said we already have 2 orders coming in, so I want to jump to this because we only have 7 spots left
awesome.
for this. But I want to offer your students the ability, when they get their first deal, to call me, and I'm going to go through the deal directly with you. What's good about the deal, what's bad about the deal, and the result is that you set it up the right way so that you get paid. You get a check, you make money, you get the return on your investment. But you need to go to www.reisecrets.com/offer or call 1-888-298-6345. I would love to do this for everybody, but I wouldn't be able to do any real estate deals. So I found that the people that take action, When they see an opportunity and they take action, they're the ones that have the success, and that's who I want to work with. So if you haven't gone there, you need to go there now.
Absolutely. And those are the people, excuse me, one of the problems with doing live calls there, get a little choked up. I need to grab a drink of water here in a second. Sorry about that, excuse me. But one of the things that the people that we show you, all those testimonials that Lindsay read for you a little while ago, those are the people who took action. They are the action takers, and it's always the people who take action the fastest that turn out to be our best students. Have you noticed that, Lindsay?
Yes, and you know what? It's not just the best. It's not just that the people that take action are the best students. It's the people that take action when they see an opportunity that are the most successful in life, in business, in anything that they accomplish. And I want to make sure that people that don't take action today, I guarantee in a year from now they're going to wish that they had. In 5 years, they're going to wish that they had. In 10 years, they're going to remember this webinar and wish they had done something. And the people that called that phone number and logged into that website and take action right now, they're going to look back and say, this was a good decision. I'm really glad I did this.
Absolutely. And two people who are going to be really glad that they did this are Greg from Tampa. Welcome, Greg. And Lori from Sacramento. Lori, welcome. I know Lindsay's looking forward to working with you guys. So that is, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of the 10 spots are already gone, guys. So quit thinking about this. Yeah. Almost half the spots.
I got another bonus. I got another bonus.
Oh, you've got another bonus? You're not finished yet?
I got to say it before all the spots are gone. Obviously, that's nice with being able to work with me directly, but I mentioned I want to give those action takers, the people who breed success and take action, my excess cash buyers. So again, those same first 10, if you've already signed up, those 4 of you guys already get this. So we only have 6 spots left. You get 100 of my excess cash buyers. Now, this is in any area that you choose. This is priceless. You heard the voicemail from one of my cash buyers earlier on this call. I promise you want to work with them. They're multimillionaires. They will buy anything and everything you put in front of them. This is completely priceless.
Yeah, it is, because right now cash is king. I didn't even know that you were throwing that in there. I mean, that alone is worth $795. Now I'm thinking about going into my shopping cart real quick and changing the price on you to $995. But no, I'm not gonna do that. So nobody freak out. But I could totally do it, and guess what? The orders would still keep coming in because it's worth every penny, guys. Cash is king. And the people out there who are paying cash, and yes, there are a lot of people out there. You may not know how to find them, but Lindsay knows how to find them. She's already done the hard work for you. She's already found them for you. All you have to do is get with her program by going to reisecrets.com/offer, and she's going to not only hold you by the hand and show you how to work her system every step of the way. She's going to be right there holding your hand. Then she's going to also give you the buyer list, so that she's going to give you the people who are going to buy the properties from you once you get them under contract. And I know that's one of the reasons you haven't gone out there and done a deal yet, is because you're afraid to make an offer, because you're afraid, what if it gets accepted? Who am I going to sell it to? Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore, because Lindsay's got you covered. She's got your back. She's already found the cash buyers for you. She's basically done everything for you. You don't have to do anything except get in the program. Just get with the program. Lindsay's going to let her do it all. It's just like the story you were telling me, Lindsay, at the beginning of the call, when you said when you were a real estate agent, you were doing all the work for everybody and you're making the smallest amount of money. Well, you're still carrying that enormous work ethic through even in your product here. You've done everything for them. All they have to do is get in the program and start holding your hand and start cashing big checks the way Lindsay does. So again, get to the internet right now. Go to reisecrets.com/offer or give us a call at 888-298-6345. And before I call off any more names of people, Lindsay, is that the last bonus, or you have? What are you about to throw in the kitchen sink?
No. That is the bonus. That is the kitchen sink. That's everything. I mean, I've had students that have done my system, and as you guys have seen, they've been able to generate huge checks within 30 days. And if this system costs $10,000, you see that you guys can make your money back instantly. This is the cheapest investment you will ever make and be able to generate a return that lasts a lifetime. I mean, just these cash buyers alone. Now, these aren't just people buying a couple houses here and there. These are multi-millionaires that are buying millions of dollars worth of properties every single year right in your area. How, what is the value on you being able to have a relationship with that person because of me? That alone.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And it's huge. And, you know, if you may not believe it right now if you haven't done your first real estate deal yet, but just trust Lindsay and I when we say there are people out there paying cash for properties because they know it's time to buy. This is the golden age, really. Everything's on sale. You know, think about it. When does everybody like to go to the grocery store or go to, go school shopping for the kids' school clothes or whatever? We like to buy things when things are on sale. Well, real estate, America's on sale. Real estate's on sale. And the rich people, the multimillionaires and above know this. They have the cash. They're able to go out there and scoop up these properties for pennies on the dollar, and they're willing to buy them from people like us, who have done our homework, people like you who have taken the time and invested in Lindsay's program, and you have the knowledge to go out there and work her system and then just turn around and flip these properties without using any of your own money or credit to these cash buyers and start picking up big checks for yourself, just like Lindsay does and just like her students have done, all the students she's shown you testimonials for here tonight. And this is the exact same system that allows Lindsay to be a stay-at-home single mother raising her 7-year-old daughter and spend as much time with her daughter as she wants, take her to school, pick her up from school, go on vacation when she wants. If Lindsay can do this, you can do it too. But you've got to get in the program in order to let Lindsay help you hold your hand. So go to reisecrets.com/offer right now, or give us a call at 888-298-6345. And I want to welcome Jesse from Dallas and Sandy from Boston. So what is that? 6 of the 10 spots are already gone, guys. 6 of the 10 spots, and I'm sure as soon as my email refreshes here in a second, there are probably orders in the system right now that I just haven't got the email notice. So you don't have to call the office and freak out if you weren't one of the if the website is coded so that once all 10 spots are gone, you'll see a pop-up on your computer monitor that says all 10 spots are gone. You snooze, you lose. Don't let that happen. I don't want you to see that pop-up. Get your order in right now and go to reisecrets.com/offer. Lindsay, I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy day. This was an amazing offer, like I said at the beginning of the training session. I enjoy it. I love it, actually, when I run across somebody who has taken a concept, flipped it on its head like you've done, and now being so kind as to share your system with other people for the ridiculously low investment of only $795. It says a lot about who you are as a person. I want to thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us here today.
Well, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate you sharing my information with your students, and I'm looking forward to helping them out.
Absolutely. I know that. And I want to reiterate again, guys, the fact that Lindsay is a licensed real estate agent and she has figured out a way to have agents do all the work for her is huge, 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 because real estate agents really do control 90% of the real estate market. Would you agree with that, Lindsay?
Yes. Oh, absolutely.
And us as real estate investors, a real estate investor can make a phenomenal living, huge 6-figure living off of just that 10% of the market that real estate agents don't control. But real estate agents literally control 90% of the real estate market. And if you can tap into that other 90%, the sky is the limit. Would you agree with that, Lindsay?
Yep.
I know you would. That's why you...
Yeah, especially when these agents get handed these REOs that are bank-owned properties, and then they come to us first. They come to you first. They come to me first because we have the cash buyers, and we can get them taken off their hands quickly and easily. They don't even hit the MLS. They get offered to us first.
Absolutely.
Priceless.
Absolutely. It's literally priceless, and for the risk-free investment of only $795, don't forget, everything is 100% risk-free. You're completely backed by mine and Lindsay's 30-day money-back guarantee. Get it in your hands, tear the material apart. If it's not everything that we said that it is, send it back, and we will refund every single penny. So you literally have nothing to lose and everything to gain by getting Lindsay's system in your hands right now. So go to reisecrets.com/offer. Make sure you're one of the first 10, or you can give us a call at 888-298-6345. And let me do a quick update real quick. As far as the first 10 goes, here's another one, Porter from Indiana. Congratulations, Porter. That puts us up at 7, and I know people are on the website right now getting their orders in. Get there. Don't be left out. You want to make sure you're one of the first 10. So go to reisecrets.com/offer right now. Lindsay, do you have any final words of advice before we sign off for today?
Just continue to take action and seize the moment and the opportunity when you get it, because you never know if you might not ever have that opportunity again.
Well, that's true. That's very true. And right now there is an opportunity like we have never, ever seen before. Like, I've been a real estate investor, oh my goodness, 15, 16, 17 years, I don't know, a long time now, and I've never seen an opportunity like this before. This is the time. You've got to seize it with both hands so that you're not looking back in 5 years when real estate's hot again and kicking yourself thinking, I wish I woulda, shoulda, coulda. You can right now. You absolutely can right now. Get involved. Get with Lindsay's program. Let her hold you by the hand and show you how to do it step by step. Go to reisecrets.com/offer. Lindsay, thanks so much again for being with us today. I really do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me, Stacy.
All right, great. Have a great rest of the day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.